All right, good morning. Hello. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever may apply. Welcome. We're back, as promised. Wasn't sure it was going to happen today. It was one of those mornings. My goodness. Anyway, welcome to today's Vulcan Fun Flight. This is the tutorial flight that Just Flight put together to learn the systems in the Vulcan. However, we're not going to go over everything today. We're just going to have a nice fly over UK today. About a 34-minute flight. We're going to depart from Doncaster, Sheffield. We're heading over to Fairford, but we're going to pass over Wittering Air Base, and then we're going to pass over, we're going to go through this VOR, then we're going to pass over another TACAN, Bryce Norton, I'm not sure, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. We're passing over that air base, and then we're going to make a quick run from there to here to Fairford, and then we'll be on the ground. What we're going to do is we're going to fly over. As we come into here, we're going to kind of loop around, slow down, and then come in on runway 27. So that's the plan for today's flight. We'll wait a few minutes, see if anybody's going to pop in and say hello. I did say 8:30, I do believe, over on the Court of Dis. So we'll give people a few minutes to come in and say hello, and then we'll come in and get started. So no loop-de-loos. This is not a very, what do you call it, sort of ultra maneuverable aircraft. It flies pretty good, but it's it's not like flying a fighter jet. Definitely not in the least bit. So yeah, we're just gonna do this and then wrap it up for the day. We'll be back next Saturday. Fingers crossed that nothing happens between now and then. Shouldn't be, but we'll probably go about 8:30 next Saturday. I don't know what we'll do yet. We'll figure something out. We'll do something fun. Try to have a bit of fun. We'll try to fly something different every Saturday. So anyway, I'm going to wait a few more minutes, probably about 2 more minutes, and then we'll get going. People might be out over across the pond. So I'm just checking to make sure I have everything pretty much set. I've got the manual up in case I need to reference it if anything happens that I'm like, uh-oh, I forgot something here, I think. But yeah, so hopefully I think this is going to be a good flight. I think so. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pop in and get things started. Now, the cool thing is with this is that you can do the whole startup procedure yourself if you want to, or as you'll see on the tablet here in a minute, you can have it automatic. You can let your virtual co-pilot do everything for you. So yeah, now I put in a few clouds, but apparently this is not okay. Maybe it is. Well, I'm parked over by the oh no, this is not what I wanted. All right, let's do this. Let's get rid of the tanker. See, I got the tanker thingy on the back. I thought this was a Well, we'll just fly it. That's okay. So basically, this version is a tanker version. It's got the drogue chute back there for the tanker, or not the drogue chute. The drogue chute's in here. This is the tanker hose, and all that is in here. So this was you could use this as a tanker for other aircraft, and then the probe up here is where the fuel would be put into. I didn't realize this was a. So here you have a. Matter of fact, we'll go a little bit closer here before I start up the aircraft. Showcase. So here's the tanker system right there, and that would come out and then refuel other aircraft. This is the stairs for the crew to get into the aircraft right here. But we're kind of parked up into the fuel system. So yeah, there's a crew stair, all that. There's the fuel system that was put into the bomb bay for the tanker system. So there you go. That's what we got today. And then I think this, I don't know why this side has this flat part here. I don't remember why that is. I'm sure I've read it somewhere why they have that, but I don't know. It may be. It looks like there's a power system that goes through there that may power the tanking system, but I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, I didn't realize this was going to be a tanker. I thought I picked a non-tanker version, but that's okay. All right. So what I just go ahead and hit the ready for takeoff. Ready for takeoff selected. And then all this stuff so the autopilot and the fuel system, all this stuff comes up on this separate panel down here. And then in the meantime, all the systems are starting. The aircraft's starting itself up. Wrong button. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and set up our navigation stuff. In here. So we're going to use 2 TAC cans today. Now the cool thing is that this will you can click on this. So there's 4 stations. You got the first pilot, which is my side, the second pilot, which is to our right, the electronic so like the anti-electronic warfare officers right here, AEO, and then the navigator. We're going to click on the navigator. We're going to dial in our TAC can of 12. So that's our first. So that's all set. And then we're going to set up our second navigation aid, which is a VOR 11640. So we're going to go so that's set. For our second navigation aid. And then we need to make sure, okay, that's all set. We need to turn on the power. I think it's already on. We're going to pull the track up. All this is pretty much, otherwise is set. So that's all there. But otherwise, we're all set to go. That's the great thing. Everything is pretty much all set for us. We're going to double check all of our lights and whatnot over here. Go to taxi. Yep, everything's all set for us. So you'll notice there's no digital like panels in here or anything that would give us a any kind of all right, now see, this is the part I had when I did this before. Let me just make sure I have that correctly, that we push that in. Okay, and then when we get close to the runway, we're gonna dial in the runway heading here. So we're gonna go ahead and let them know we're ready for taxi, or that we're gonna go taxi.
Echo Golf Charlie November traffic X-Ray Hotel 558 is taxiing to runway 20.
Now 20 is right there to our left. You know, we're just going to go ahead and throttle up just a bit. I think we can go right through the fuel station there. Not that that's appropriate, but I didn't realize that was a fuel spot. Otherwise I would have parked somewhere else. Now this thing does not have flaps like our what do you call it, our like a regular airliner or any other kind of plane. So, but I mean, it doesn't need it because it's just a massive wing basically. But it has speed brakes to slow the plane down when you get ready to land. It doesn't. That's the only other thing that's different. But it's, I mean, it's amazing the technology that this was created in the 1950s. We're gonna go all the way to the end here. Not that if I remember correctly, I don't think I needed the whole runway, but it's nice to have, you know, use the entire length as much, you know, if necessary. Hey, fireman, how are you? Nice to see you here. Howdy, howdy. It's going to get loud here in a second. I think it will. I don't know. Trying to get this thing to turn. Why is it's like it just stopped? Did I hit the brake by accident? Come on, plane, turn for me. There you go. Somebody's being a naughty plane today. All right. Okay, right there. Perfect. As close to perfect as it'll get. To the south.
Echo Golf Charlie November.
All right, so I gotta go dial in 198 right here. Oops. Go to this. And then, so all we have to basically do, once we take off, now if I pull this out and set this to 160, or, yeah. That should be our heading for our first navigation aid there, the TACAM. All right, here we go. Let me sit up straight here. Posture is terrible, I tell you. Okie doke, here we go. A little bit of brake on. Well, not a little bit. So we want to go about 80%. Oh, this thing is not straight at all. All right, we're at 80. We're gonna let the brakes go. And we're going to just throttle it all the way up. Here we go. Here goes the howl. Get you right the tingles.
Power checked.
Yep. Here we go.
60 checked. 100. 110. 120. 130. 140. Decision. Rotate.
And there we are. Now we're going to throttle back just a smidge. We're going to open up this little handy dandy thing right here. Put that in cruise mode. And we're going to start turning towards our TACAM. We are airborne in the Vulcan. There we go. All right, so now what we can do is we can engage the autopilot. And it should follow the track that we put in. There we go. It's engaged on the track. We're going to go up to about 6,000 feet in the meantime. Now what we can do is we can verify. We have a... Oh, okay, so it's picking up the track now. It's turned towards it. We didn't turn all the way. Let's see if it follows it. So we have we can see we have 47 nautical miles to our TACAN. Okay. I think I gotta change it to 160. Oops. So there it goes. It's starting to turn towards our desired heading. I think it should. And there we go. Voila! And then as we get closer, what we can do, oops, that's not what I wanted. We're going to we're going to dial in our heading for our next navigation point. There we go. That's... Let's check that again. And we're right next to it. So we're kind of flying the general direction that we need to go to intercept that. And look at, we got 37 nautical miles to go. That's the heading, 160 right there. Now it's easy to think that we're flying the wrong direction, but if we can validate that needle's pointing at 160, we're heading at 160, so there we go. And it's basically flying the beam. So we can go ahead and switch. Oops, not that one. Not that way. We want the other way. And then we can switch this to altitude. Oop, other way. And it should level off now. Nope. It is not leveling off. Oh, I know why. So I forgot to... No, I did engage it. Let's see, that should level us off. No, it's not. Okay. I think I did something wrong here. Vertical guidance for level flight. No, it's still climbing like a... You know what? Okay, I think I solved the problem. I might have. There we go. Oh. There we go. Now we're on level flight. Got up a little higher than I wanted to, but that's okay. And then coming up, what we're going to do is we're going to turn on a heading of 2 the remaining. Okay, so everything should be in the open position. Going a little too fast now. All right, we got 13 nautical miles to go to our intercept point. But yeah, this is just fantastic. I tell you, they really do a good job of, I think Just Flight does. With their stuff. They really, I think they... Alright, so yeah, coming up we're going to turn on a heading of 221. So we're going to move this over to the localizer. No, maybe I was a little too early. Oh, no, it should fly over the TACAN. Let's see. Yep, there it goes. And then what we can do is we can go back down below to our navigator and dial in our next TACAN, which is 56. So we're going to go ahead and dial that in. And voila! Look at that, radio navigating a old Cold War era nuclear bomber. So there we are. So now we can look at this. So we got about, it says 20 miles to our nav aid there. And as we get closer to that, we'll go back to the TACAN navigating thingy. And there we go. This is going better than the first time I did this, quite honestly. First time I did this, I was all over the place. And we're already flying towards our TACAN beyond, because it's picking up that we have 56 nautical or 56 miles or 56 nautical miles. I think it's miles, I'm not sure, to our TACAN beyond our VOR. So it should be about, okay, there should be a slight, I think. We'll make a slight turn for our final TACAN. Trying to find the sweet spot for 250, but it's not as easy to find as I thought it would be. Might as well get this dialed in the same. See, that's the other thing too, is I would have thought that the systems would have been connected, that if you but apparently not. Okay, now I think we're at 250 knots. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I really... Yeah, this is going much better than the one before. I can tell you that. This is fantastic. So we should be following our line to our... Yep, there it is, DTY coming up. Look at that. Our needle has left the 20-mile mark, and it's slowly making its way to 10. And then what we're going to do is we're going to switch that back to the middle part. And then we're going to dial in our frequency for our ILS approach into Fairford. Let's see, does it have... So yeah, 215 will be our next heading. So yeah, everything's working. I like it. But we're gonna, so between here and our TACAN, now I think it has... Yeah, see, with the EFB, I think it has some kind of a system that will allow you to use the EFB as an auto, kind of part of the autopilot system, but that's okay. We don't need that. So we're near our where did I say the heading was? 215. So we're gonna go I'll go back to TACAN. So we got 30 nautical miles to go to that. We're going to go ahead and dial in our ILS of 111.10. All right, coming up. Now I'm going to go ahead and kind of cheat a little bit and put on the landing ribbon so that'll help us a little bit, give us some visual reference. No, when I did land it before, I don't remember if I used it or not, but... Alright, so let me just look at one more note. Alright. We're going to have to start losing altitude here pretty quickly. Actually, what we'll do is we'll call into Fairford and EGVA is what we're looking for. See, the problem is they change so quickly because we're moving so fast. There it is.
Fairford Tower X-Ray Hotel 558 is 21 miles northeast, 8,300 feet. Back to land.
X-Ray Hotel 558 Fairford Tower. Altimeter 29er, decimal 9er 21270 F4. Make straight in runway 27.
Make straight in runway 27558.
Okay, so now we're gonna close these and why isn't the I think my autopilot system got wonky on me. Now it's starting to climb. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start. Alright, there's our pattern. Get some speed brakes out. A little bit of a stutter there. What we're going to do is we're just going to kind of fly around and then come back into the approach pattern there. speed brakes a little too early. We got plenty of fuel, so I'm not worried if we have to go around. Look at that view of the countryside. Well, so this will be live on YouTube tomorrow for those who missed it all. I think you missed a cracker here, so to speak. Alright, where's my... Well, I thought I would have gotten my landing pattern by now. Oh, there it is. Full stop landing.
Cleared for touch and go runway 27558. Airport Tower 558, cancel landing intention.
558, your cancellation is received.
Airport Tower X-Ray Hotel 558 is 8 miles east, 2,600 feet. Back to land.
Oh, there's our runway. Alright, here we go.
parachute stream.
Now check this out. Hey, our parachute's out. We're slowing down. Look at that. I didn't get a clap from the crew, so I don't think I got a... They didn't groan either, so I think I did okay. There goes the parachute.
558 exit runway when able.
Get our... Let's have a look at our landing rate. It was a successful 293. I'll take it. I will take that all the way to the bank. Not too bad. I like it. Yeah, that was fun. That worked out. Although, see, the problem was that I picked the tanker version, so we were still loaded with fuel from in the tankers.
558 exit runway when able.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I'm quite pleased with that.
558 contact ground on 124.8.
124.858. Goodbye.
Oh, we're just going to go ahead and taxi anyway. I forgot. Sometimes these things are a little bit wonky as far as a... Yeah, that was fun. Really enjoyed that. So yeah, we're just going to pull up to a parking spot. We're going to shut it down and we're out of here. Thanks for stopping by. For those who did, appreciate it. I thought I picked a reasonable time so that people would be available, but I guess I missed the mark wildly on that one. That's all right. It happens. Yeah, I thought I didn't realize I picked a tanker version. I should have looked at that a bit better. I don't know if I can. You know what? When we park up here, we'll see if I go unload all. We can open the. We'll open up the bomb doors and see if the fuel is in there. We would have landed a lot better, I think, if I had not picked a tanker version. I should have just taken the tanks out and we would have burned up the fuel on the way. So that's all right. Yeah, that was fun. I really enjoyed that. It's one of those planes, you gotta pay a little bit of attention to it. Things will happen very quickly if you're not paying attention to your stuff. But yeah, that was fantastic. Oh, come on, don't you do this to me now. See, the trim on these things is like, oh look, it directed us to the fuel stand again. That's right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pull in right here. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. And I think in order for me to end it, I got to go to cold and dark. There we go. Ta-da. Now that's weird. It didn't give me permission for the take. Even though I called it in, it didn't give me credit for the takeoff. That doesn't make any sense. But oh well. What can you do? What can you do, huh? All right. Let's. Get that picture ready for the cord of dis. All right, well, I guess that'll wrap it up. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you, Infidel, for popping in and saying hi. Thought that I would have had more people here, but I don't know. I guess I picked the wrong ambush site. Anyway, that'll do for today. I will be back next Saturday, probably about the same time. I'm just going to try to keep the same schedule for streaming as much as I can, and we'll figure out something fun to do next Saturday. I got time to think about it. So anyway, do enjoy the rest of your Saturday morning, afternoon, evening, early Sunday, I suppose. This will be up on YouTube for Sunday morning. And I will see you all then, hopefully. I have been and always shall be your host and pilot, Uncle B. Until next time, peace, live long and prosper.